Hello, hello.
Testing one, two,
Yay.
three.
We hope.
How about now? Now you have a Dave.
They couldn't.
They
The
couldn't hear
producer
me.
had no sound.
I know.
That's great.
It's been yeah.
And
It's
then
been.
half the time, you don't know if chat's messing with you either. So
All right. So, let's Wes. Why don't you take this away? It's your show.
Oh, thank you. Well, you're the host and the producer, but thank you so much, folks, for streaming in and for hanging out while we were dealing with our technical issues. I don't know if you were paying attention to a couple of weeks ago, but we had like two hurricanes kind of roll through the American Southeast and got up into places where hurricanes do not normally go. And one of the most affected areas that's made the news is the area around Asheville, North Carolina. And it just so happens that we have somebody who is here who is literally from Asheville, North Carolina, and that would be one Jordan from Elder Goblin Games. So thank you so much, first off, for the videos that you shared talking about your experience, literally that hypothetical thing of having a RPG go bag like was no longer hypothetical for Jordan. He literally has a video explaining what he was putting in his pack as he was getting out of his house. And Jordan, when was the first time you got to see your house since the storm?
We actually just went by earlier today. Um, it's the first time we've been back since everything happened. You'll have to excuse my red blinking Zelda character dying. I don't know what's going on there, but so yeah, today was the first time we just went to check the place out. We got to see kind of the surrounding neighborhood, um, just get a lay of the land and see what's happened since we fled. But yeah,
Yeah. And for folks who are wondering, your apartment is okay.
yeah,
What you described to me was it's pretty much the only thing in your neck of the town that is still there.
yeah, and for those who've seen some of the footage and things like that, that's essentially our neighborhood. You're seeing most of the time where everything was just underwater. We just happened to be on a hill where my apartments sit, and we were very lucky. But the whole area surrounding is just devastated. Everything's gone. You know, everything from like your favorite restaurants and coffee shops to bookstores and people's
Mm.
businesses and houses and things like that. So
Yeah. And so this is a really personal thing for you. We're raising money. That's kind of the goal for tonight. We're hoping to hit $1,000 for the American Red Cross. I think just more importantly is to keep people's awareness and focus on the idea that this recovery is still going on. The major news stories
yes,
all jumped over to other things now because we have squirrel brains with a little bit less attention to like a attention span than Scrat. Um, but that is kind of where our brains go, and this is still going on. It's going to be a really long term recovery, so we want to make sure that people know that this is still happening. That immediate outpouring is great, but they're going to need help, and they're going to need folks to be remembering that they're going through this and helping out as much as they can in the months in the weeks ahead. So I'm glad you're here. I'm really thankful that you are okay. I know that you have friends who have lost a whole lot of stuff. But we're going to play a game tonight and hopefully have some fun. And as we were talking about, what is it, yesterday, we were saying this is the normal thing that you're doing.
yeah,
So it's when TTRPGs become the normal thing, the world has just become completely upside down. So we're really glad you're here. And I'm really glad for everybody else who is playing with us tonight. First off, Dave, who is not only playing, but is producing and has been dealing with all of our technical issues
Thank you,
with three
Dan.
other with three other streamers on the thing, all giving advice at the same time. So that always works out well. Dave got us through from Grimwood Games. So thank you so much for playing. And I'm going to get you to introduce your characters when we start the stream. So thank you so much. And then we have my friend Dan, who has never played Cypher System at all.
I did do No Thank You Evil with my kids. That's the closest I got.
Semi-Cypher System.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Cypher System Light.
Yes.
Cypher System Lite. And who came back to play with me even though I killed his character on Saturday. So R.I.P. Gary. That's really good.
Oh.
R.I.P. Gary.
Check out
R.I.P.
check
Gary.
out that video too from Dan and the crew. That's great. I watched the entire
Over on
thing.
Avenue Studios and Into the Odd Crawl, the Vault of Duran's. A lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Don't do it now. We're busy.
Yes.
But then because we are doing Cypher System, I wanted somebody from the largest fan created Discord or community for pretty much any RPG, but certainly for the Cypher System. So we got Dean from Cypher Unlimited here. Hi, Dean.
Yeah, there you go, guys. Cypher Unlimited. How you doing, everybody? Yes, that's right. I'm branded, and if you haven't joined the Cypher Unlimited community, please do. You will enjoy yourself, especially if you like Cypher System and all things Monty Cook Games. We support it all. So, yeah, let's do this.
It's the biggest official, unofficial TTRPG community.
Thank you, Squeed, for the donation of $20.
We have
you.
almost 8,000 members.
It's amazing.
Wow.
It is amazing. Guys, if you're thinking next time, I know you're going to do it soon. They have a whole online convention that just runs Cypher System. So if you're interested in playing that, it's great. But more importantly, really good guys. They have a wonderful show that runs just about every Thursday, right, Dean?
Thursday, we'll actually have a show tonight, Tuesday. We're doing Tuesdays and Thursdays now. We are trying to get Tuesdays as a regular.
Awesome.
Tuesdays have been relatively intermittent, but I'll be going there right after this stream in order to do a Gamehole Con recap.
That's
Gamers
awesome.
on Games asked a pretty good question. Is Cypher
What's that?
modern, futuristic, or fantasy? What type of
Cypher is
system?
whatever you want it to be. You can run anything. It is the ultimate in a universal system. It is completely functional. Most of the mechanics are modular, so they support various types of genres. For example, if I were playing superheroes, there's a mechanic called a power shift, which simulates superheroic abilities and so on and so forth. In horror, there's a mechanic called horror mode, but they're plug and play, so you use them where necessary. If you want to experience Cypher System, I would suggest just coming on over to our server, join up. There are games being run all the time. We have a GM channel for new GMs. We try to do it all. We try to be your one-stop shop when it comes to Cypher System and all things related to Monty Cook Games. So, and Monty Cook has done some 5e products as well, that coincide with some of the Cypher products. But yes, Cypher is whatever you need it to be. And real quick, I don't want to keep you going, but I can just say this. Just to give you an example, we've adapted and run things like Scooby-Doo, the Power Rangers, Silverhawks, Thundercats. We've adapted movies. We've done John Carpenter's The Thing. We've done comedy Star Wars games. I did Stephen King's The Mist. The list goes on and on and on. And I could talk about Cypher for hours, but I'm going to be quiet because we're going to play Cypher versus just talking about it.
Dean, this is why I wanted him on. Dean's passionate about this system, and it's so much fun when he gets into it. I saw Dave from Gamers on Games had asked if it's a D6 or percentile. It is actually a D20. It is a very unique mechanic. You will experience this as we go through, and I'll explain some things as we hit them. But essentially, everything in the game has a level, and to find your target number in a D20, you times the level by 3. It's really, really, really fast. So not a bad, a really easy to get into system. It should be a lot of fun. And with that said, we are going to jump into our game, but for one announcement. Because not only are we streaming tonight, we are giving things away. First off, I want to thank the folks at Monty Cook Games because they are donating to us one Cypher System rulebook and one Cypher starter set, which are both really excellent products. We'll get those codes in. You can get them right from the Monty Cook store, so they'll take care of the shipping for you or getting it out to you. And Dave wrote a book, right, Dave?
Did.
He doesn't have on hand.
I do have it on hand.
There it is. Look at that. Easy D6, Grimwood City. It is basically an urban fantasy, very, very, very much an homage to things
like Dresden and
the
Buffy
Dresden
the
Files.
Vampire Slayer and that type of thing.
It's really cool. It's very, very cool. And then I am giving away this design of T-shirt from my store. That I'll get it from you, and we'll give that away with my channel motto: "Roll some dice, worlds are waiting" on it, with my wonderful DM Tales logo, and that should be a lot of fun. So those are the things that we are giving away tonight, and it should be great. So let's get into this game. First off, let's just start with Dean, because you've got the backstory of all backstories, and you're playing one of the freakiest characters. So who are you playing tonight, Dean?
I am playing Rao Khan, a resilient catfolk magus who throws with deadly accuracy. And basically, some quick summary: he is a catfolk from the desert steppes, and he is also a mage, but he has a penchant for combat, and he uses his extreme dexterity and his extreme intellect in order to basically cast his spells and throw them connected to his various items that he likes to throw at people. So yeah, he's a pretty cool character.
He's a pretty cool cat.
I was gonna
Literally.
say that.
I did it by accident too, which is great.
All puns are intentional.
Exactly.
There you go. Awesome. Dave, who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing an Thorok Ironstride. He's a half-giant hunter who wields a giant enchanted weapon. He tends to be pretty much the muscle, and the thought process on that is that he's not very smart. Typically who I play.
There does seem to be a theme going on there, Dave. Jordan, who do you got going on tonight?
So I will be playing the part of Tig Lachlan. He is a tinkerer with all sorts of strange little gadgets and things. He's a kind of your Data or your Inspector Gadget crammed into a fantasy world. So he's going to have lots of little tricks and bobs up his sleeves.
It's a really fun character concept. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. And last but not least, Dan, who am I killing tonight?
I'll be playing Vindal Gremic. He's a gnome coming out of Fight Club. Of course, the only rule in Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club. So he's also stealthy, and he's graceful and stealthy like a cat, but hits like a gorilla. Also, side note, I've got the Leshibot doing $20 donations, get a giveaway entry, and $30 as an intrusion, and I may have purchased the Game Master and intrusion. So
you purchased me a toy?
I did.
Oh, that makes me happy. I have to keep track of how many I have.
You're welcome. So guys, yeah, if you see my chat bot going off, that is what you get. You get to pick little things.
And you know what?
And help people, which is great.
And because Dean is the passionate one for Cypher System, can you explain to these folks who are watching tonight what exactly an intrusion is?
Well, the beautiful thing about the GM intrusion is it's just a cool name for the GM fiat. So it's built right into the game, where many people, oh, you're cheating, this, that, and the third. Well, the beautiful thing about Cypher is that the GM does not roll dice. So whatever you do, it's on you. It's your fate is in your own hands. Well, if you roll a 1, the GM gets to do what's called an intrusion. But Cypher System has taken the idea of rolling a 1 and taken it from the ideology of it being a critical failure and turned it into it being a story beat complication, a story shift, what have you. So a good idea, like, just a prime example. I use this example because I think it's great. One of my favorite intrusions was somebody rolled a 1, and instead of them breaking their sword or getting tossed across a room or anything like that, I had the antagonist catch the blade of the sword in his hand, in his gauntleted hand, and he smiled at the person and said, "You're not as good as you think you are." And then from there, there was a GM. The GM now had an advantage for the rest of that scene with that particular character against that particular character. So it works it's more cinematic because that's the nature of Cypher. It's supposed to be like watching a movie. You're supposed to be like participating in the scenes of a movie, narratively versus a mechanical simulation event. And players get intrusions too, but they have to spend experience points in order to get player intrusions. They're a little bit more narrow, but yeah, they're cool as well. Players can't do the same things that a GM can do, but they can have some fun with it. Like I know a guy, I got a contact in the city. And he's going to help out a lot. So that's a really good player intrusion.
Or that window's unlocked, or the hinges are rusted, so that sort of thing. But here's the cool thing for tonight: if you pay $30 and buy the players an intrusion, they don't have to spend an experience point in order to activate it. So things can get really, really chaotic, really, really quick. It all depends on how generous people are with the donation. So that should be a lot of fun. Excuse me here. So here's our general setup. You have just returned to town. The only name of town is town, because this is a one shot and the world doesn't matter. So what we're doing here is you have come back from a recent adventure. You have gone and got the MacGuffin and come back, and you are looking for an evening to relax. So, Dan, what adventure were you on, and what MacGuffin have you brought back?
Oh, snap. Oh, right off the top. I think it was since we're doing a MacGuffin, classic fetch quest, and I don't know why. What's our setting? Hardcore fantasy or
it's just fantasy?
Just fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like in a train, like a steampunk style train robbery thing. We had to get it. we had to rob the train because there was some kind of black market item that needed to get off the market.
All right. Jordan, what was the black market item you got?
Thank you for the donation, Eskilum.
Thank you.
A rare sort of lodestone that magnetizes to ethereal energies.
Ooh,
that's cool.
We like that. All right, that's really good. And so you brought this back. Dave, how long has your group been together hanging out?
5 years, 32 days, and 2.5 hours.
Now I gotta write it down.
I'm dealing with a little bit of a cold, so if I laugh, I will cough. And Dean, last but not least, how well do you get along as a group?
Ooh. For the most part, we get along great. We know that we are a well-oiled machine when it comes to doing things, but we have a tendency to have a lot of fun at each other's expenses, because, I've been known to, cast little fun spells on a gnome and launch him great distances. Things like that.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, I feel like that would come in handy.
I think that's just a brilliant thing. Fastball special. It's great.
Classic.
That's awesome. So here's how things are going to work tonight. You probably have already got the gist of it. I have nothing planned. I have a bunch of tables that are essentially going to set up obstacles. And because Cypher System is so easy to create obstacles and make and set the challenge, we're just going to do this on the fly. And when it comes time to do a description as to what's going on, I'm going to ask these folks, here's what the results said. What do you see? And we'll see what on earth we end up with. So I did have a table to roll for the starting point of the adventure, but there's just one of these that stuck out to me more than any other, and I just wanted to see what you all were going to do with it. So this is my only cheat of the night. You have got back to town. You have bathed. You have dropped off the lodestone that magnetizes ethereal energies, which, what could possibly go wrong with that? And you have gone to your place of greatest joy and relaxation. You're at Matilda's. No, you were at Matilda's Coffee House for Poetry Slam Night. So the place is busy. It is very, very happening. Folks are talking. They're ready to just kind of hang out. And we're just going to say there's a magical mic there up on stage. There's a magical illuminated spotlight up there, and there's a vacancy that is calling to you. Would any one of our players decide that they would like to go ahead and share some poetry tonight, perhaps talking about your last adventure for this mystical lodestone?
I'm all about it.
Go
Let's
ahead,
go.
Mr. Dean.
All right.
As the crowd hushes, we'll bring the crowd down.
I'm gonna climb up if Thorak will let me. I gotta climb up to be able to even see.
All right. So Raul walks up. Now, Raul Khan is a cat folk, stands at probably about 5'10" or so. He's jet black with orange tiger stripes and piercing orange eyes. And he steps forward and he goes, been working on this for a while. It's called Legend Lore. And he says, clad in ebony, riding an obsidian steed, ascertaining unbelievable speeds, eyes burning the purest of blue, growing stronger than magnificent hue, skin as black as coal, truly a child of night, just one man alone, yet a man of staggering might. Punctuous, fiery, powerful, beyond space and time, his sword will bring back the world's greatest rhyme. Argentinian, blazing pure, this is talk of legend lore. And he walks off the stage.
There is dead silence, and then just people just snap their fingers at you. Very well done.
Wow, that was awesome, man.
I would give you a subtle cipher if you didn't already have two on your sheet. So that was really, really, really cool. We'll explain to you guys about ciphers in a little bit. Should be fun. Would anybody else like to?
Thorak stands up and knocks Den's character off. He runs up to the stage, and he takes a deep breath, and he goes, "Rocks in my socks, fox in a box, and the moon is a balloon." And he leaves the stage, thinking he did amazing.
When he
If I
comes
had
off,
crickets,
when he comes off stage, I hand him the biggest tankard of ale I could find. They're like, good work.
he has totally earned it.
Moon part really caught me off guard.
Anyone else going there?
I don't know how to follow that. I mean, go for it, Jordan.
Yeah. So Tig will step up. He's kind of wearing like a duster with just a flat brim hat, bolero style, and he thinks he's really vibing with this poetry slam here. He's got one of those cigarillos on a long stem, like Audrey Hepburn style.
Nice.
An invention he's made himself. So he goes up, he blows the world's worst smoke ring, and then he says, "Sporks, jars and corkscrews, spanners and spittoons, potions brewed of ambrose on hydroponic rounds, flint and steel euphoric sound through the lagoon, while Mother Muse incessantly sings on her tinker's tune." Then he leans back and he says, "I've got maybe 5 or 6 more stanzas if you want to hear them."
Okay, we're just going to hold on there. The coast, because it's okay. Next, no, they've actually hung out with you, and the 2-hour poem you did last month was just not conducive. Is Vindel going to attempt this, or are you just going to stare and climb back up shoulders?
Man, I can't sling words like these fellas. I speak with my fists, so that's all I got, man. I'm overwhelmed.
I love everything about this. All right, the poetry goes on for a while. You are at a table together, just kind of hanging out, and you are. I think Tharek is probably the most thoroughly impressed with himself at this point. It just,
yeah.
the ale's flowing. He's having a good time. And as you are there, I would like someone to do me a favor and roll a D10.
Quick question: are we using physical dice or are we using the dice on?
You can use the Foundry dice just so
Okay.
people can see what we roll.
Got it. Cool.
I know Jordan wanted to use his goblin die, but he couldn't get it on camera anyway.
I got it.
That's all right. He has his Christmas lights going, so.
He does have his. There
9.
we go. 9. All right. As you are there drinking ale, there is a flash of blinding white light. And when your eyes clear from the flash, there is this angelic looking figure, golden skin and pure white clothes, looks at you with just this look of intense care and wisdom and respect, and hands to, let's just say that we're going to hand to Vindel a golden scroll and says to you, deliver this and you will be given the secret to a good life. And then
who?
vanishes.
Man, he was awfully white, and he really was a light.
Still got it, kid.
Something with you is just not quite right.
No.
But he never gave up the fight.
And now he's out of sight.
Stop
Oh, man, I
writing
can't do
it.
Guys, we're a team.
And now we hold in his hand his own plight.
Did everyone hear that?
Actually, everybody just kind of looking at you, and just Vindel's just sitting there holding this scroll. Let's see who we're gonna be delivering it to. Can Vindel roll a D6 for me?
Oh, I suppose. 4.
So what this thing says is deliver to Stenge Baskel.
Oh, well, I guess I should read it first. We got a name.
Yeah, it just says Stenge Baskel. And it says that you're going to have to travel a certain amount of days. Jordan, you want to roll a D4 for me?
Sure. As soon as I figure out how to do that. Let's see.
Oh, it's probably me. I apologize.
Just roll one. Don't cheat.
Yeah,
They're the same number.
Yeah,
It is true.
twos.
It's a third person too.
No way.
I'm telling you, D4s are the least satisfying dice to roll. It says you're going to have to travel about 2 days journey north in order to get to the place where Stenge Baskel is dwelling. You have no idea who Stenge Baskel is. You just know that 2 days north is where you're going to be going.
The rat kicks the table and goes, another fetch quest.
To be fair, this is more of a delivery quest than a fetch quest, but that's okay.
He doesn't know the difference.
This is also true. Oh my gosh. All right. Dave,
yes.
roll me a D10 for your first day's travel.
3.
3. Oh, nice. Okay. So what you know is to get north, you have to travel via boat. There is a murky river that runs kind of north-south through the town. It actually flows north. And there are shallow boats that you can hire to travel for a day or two along some of the settlements that travel along this murky little river. And I'm just going to make a note of what we're doing here. And going to have to hire one out, and off you will go. But I need Dean to tell me what weather is going to be there today. Can you roll me a D6? All right. This is a great day for traveling because normally it gets hot here. The kind of river is like a swampy area, but mercifully this day of travel, you have cloud cover and a cool breeze so that all your might checks are actually eased by 1 step for the day.
This is not too bad.
And you were complaining about a fetch quest.
That was the big guy. Guys, I feel like our poetry, I mean, your poetry, really, I just added something at the end, but I really feel like this has affected the entire trip.
That's just absolutely great. You are traveling up or down river north, because that's a thing, which actually is a thing, but it doesn't seem normal to people. So you're traveling up river north or down river north. I'm going to get confused with that all day. And it is, like you said, you're kind of chilling out. It's a shallow boat, but this is a commuter type of situation. This is true. People are used to travelers going up and down river. This is not all that unusual. However, Dan, give me roll me a D12 today.
Ooh, giving the D12 some love. Absolutely.
Always give the D12 love.
10.
As you are stopping for the day of travel, it's probably about a mid-afternoon stop. The boat wants to get off and exchange some goods and grab some fresh water to get on the boat. You have about an hour stopover in the town. It's a little bit of a market town, and as you come out, you see a man who's there in front of a makeshift table, and he just kind of looks at you and press your luck, win a gift. Press your luck, win a prize. Who wants to play? Hello?
Hello.
Would you like to play?
What's the crack, eh?
What's the crack? Just 1 hand of blackjack. All you need to do to win the prize is to beat the dealer.
Oh, wait.
Well, I've never been one for
play?
games of chance, but I do have a deck or two up my sleeve.
Well, yeah, no, you must use my deck. And he pulls it out and he's doing the bridge shuffle and like throwing cards up in the air and putting them back in the pile. Perfectly clean. Goes, very fair game. Very fair game. Care to play? What's the wager?
I don't know. The last time I played a game of cards, I had to kill people. I don't know if I want to do that.
Nope. No violence here. All straight up and up. What is your gift? What's your wager? Want to play?
I'll wager you one of my prized cigarillos. It's all the way back from Slimestone. Can't get one like it around here.
Do me a favor. Go ahead and make an intellect check. We're going to just say it's level 3. And you can knock that down with a thing of effort if you want to try to get it down a little bit. Just cost you a few intellect points to get him to agree to this spend.
Spare, so.
Sure, 3 intellect points. That'll bring it down to a level 2.
Unless
Which
you have an edge in intellect.
That's true. Do you have an edge in intellect?
I do.
So 2 intellect points. Thank you, Dean. So for folks who don't understand, he put in a level of effort, which is essentially giving him an asset to the roll, and it lowers the level by 1, which lowers the roll you need to hit by 3, because 1 times 3 is 3. That's the way this works. And he rolled a 10, so he hit. Math. It's very simple math, and it all happens before the roll. It's great. So he looks at this thing, he goes, sniffs it, almost sticks it into his mouth to eat it, and just remembers that he doesn't own this yet and puts it on top. The wager is taken. That's very good. And actually deals you out cards. And it is indeed a hand of blackjack. So he deals you out. Underneath It's a card of. We'll roll it in just a second. On top is a 5. He has got a 3 and nothing showing. So why don't you roll a d10 to tell me what card you got underneath?
Ooh.
All right. 8.
Okay, so you're showing a 3. You have an 8. So really, at this point, to beat what he's got, I need you to make a check. Intellect check, going to be a level 5.
Ooh.
He does have the game stacked. He's doing this for a living, right?
And I'm still learning, so that means he's got to hit a 15 or higher.
Correct.
Base. Okay.
Yeah. So I think this is where Tig would try to use his spring-loaded device he has up his sleeve to slip one of his own cards in.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
He's got a little Inspector
So that's an
Gadget
asset.
spring-loaded.
that is going to be an asset. I will tell you that he's a pretty shifty character, so he is going to be noticing deception at a level 4.
Okay. Mm.
Okay, so
Okay.
so you knock it down with your asset. You'll knock it down to a level 3 because we have to make sure that he doesn't see this. So if you want to put another level of effort in, you can.
And if this is
Go ahead,
intellect-
Dean.
Can I give him a little help, a little asset on it?
Absolutely.
I will attempt to be a distraction in the sense that I'm going to start making some, cat-like keening sounds. They're like.
he's looking at the table. He's like, "What is? I don't understand." Yes, absolutely. That brings it down to a level 2 roll.
And I look at him when he says he doesn't understand. I said, meditation.
He's very freaked out by you. He doesn't quite know what to do. He's not used to people crowding into his game. So it's a level 2 roll in order to get this card out.
And
Okay.
just for
Dean?
shits and giggles, I'm gonna go and stop my claws.
Just for
Now,
that,
who's
I'm giving
my-
him an asset for the actual card play roll too. But this is to get the card out. What do you got?
Now, does my edge come into play here with intellect, or is this more of a speed?
If you want to do effort, your edge comes out with
Okay.
intellect. Yes.
Why not? It's early. Ooh,
It's 6. So you only needed to beat. Well, it was a 2.
3.
You had to beat a 6 because he brought it down because it was a level 4. You had your asset. He gave you another, and you did. Yeah, it was down to a level 2.
Yep.
You do indeed get this card out for that, which will give you an asset for your check for the actual flipping of the cards. However, because Kitty Cat over here is freaking this guy out, he forgets where he's hiding the cards that he's trying to actually use to fix the table. So you're going to get 2 assets to this next roll. So instead of a level 5 to start, it's a level 3 to start.
Okay.
So you can leave it at that, or you can spend more intellect points and try to knock it down even more.
So right now it's a 9 or better on the die.
I think I'm going to go for it.
You're just rolling?
Yeah, I think so.
It's not
do
bad.
Let's see. I do have. Well, I have lies and trickery trained. Would that be what this is?
I will give you an asset for that too. So
Okay.
I'll bring it down to a 2. That's
All
a
right.
6 or higher.
Let's go for it.
You would have beat
12.
it straight up in. So you flip over, and you have would you have a 5? So you have a 15. He flips. He takes a hit, and actually he busts to go over. So you have won the day with your wonderful hand of blackjack. He kind of looks. He goes, "Fair is fair. Fair is fair. Here you go," and just hands you this ornate. It's like a purple tube with like gold trim.
Mm. And
This is what's
recognize-
called this is what's called an artifact.
Okay.
So this is a thunder torch.
Okay.
So you can blow this at an enemy and hit him with a bolt of just sound. So we'll do 4 points of damage, but it expires on a roll of 1 to 4 on a d20.
All right. I have a little arm that like extends out of his backpack and reaches and just plucks the cigarillo back from him, and then he immediately lights that one too. I'm just writing down what the heck my artifact actually is that I just invented. That's how easy this game is. Just make something up and it works. This is why Cypher System is so much fun to run, because you can do emergent play like this really, really easy. You get done. You guys want to have any other fun in this town while you're here? You want to try to pick something up? You want to do anything while you're traveling for the day? It's a market town. It's a little touristy too. It's not all seedy. If you want to have some fun, go ahead and pick up something to do.
There has to be an underground fight ring. I got to take the gnome and make some money.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely.
I love it.
You have like 2.5 hours to fill, and you just look down at Vindal. I'm like, we'll go? Like, yeah.
I'm hyped now.
All right. I looked at it. I said, now, just let me do the talking, and you do your thing once you get in the ring, okay?
I love everything about this. Thank you.
All righty then. This is going to be great. I love everything about this. So here's the idea. You make your way through town for about an hour or so. You have a look about you. People just look at Vindal, and he just looks like it's somebody who just runs into walls for fun, right?
Yeah.
You finally get approached by. You think maybe he's a dwarf, but he's a little shorter, and he doesn't really have a beard. He's more got like stubble. And he just kind of comes up and goes, you look like you're looking for some fun. Am I right? You got to pound something? Huh?
I look at the guy and go, hey, not me. My friend here.
I'm not talking to you. I talked to him. He looks like he's built to take a beating. You're Leith. You're dance around. No entertainment in that. This one, he runs through bricks. Right? Am I right?
I'm not going to say no, but you got to talk to my manager first.
Oh, manager. Okay. You're a smart man. All right. Here's the deal. Grimmy, take you to the fight ring. I get you the bets. I take 50%.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
No. What does Grimmy take?
Grimmy takes 10% finder fee.
10% finder's fee. No, you're not even getting into the building without Grimmy. 20% minimum, best offer.
Well, Grimmy, I put it to you this way, and I'm going to attempt to persuade him. I'm going to spend 2 points of intellect on a persuasion check, and basically, it's what you fail to understand is if we give up too much money, then I won't have enough money to feed him, and you think his stature would denote he doesn't eat that much, but you don't have to feed this guy. And if he doesn't get enough food, he's going to come and seek out the guy who took 50% of his money. And that ain't going to be me. I'm just telling you.
All right. He's a level 2. Go ahead and make a roll.
Can
you want to do with it.
Could I aid with crazy eyes?
Absolutely. Level 1.
Well, that means it's a level 0 task because I did spend a level of effort. So what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to still roll the 20-sided die because if I get a natural 20, I get all those points back.
Yeah, and if you get an
Oh,
natural
snap.
1, I get to throw in an
You get it.
intrusion.
You
I'm
get
not
the
giving
you get an
anything.
intrusion. It still works, but he gets an intrusion, so it
Yep.
works.
I like this deal. Come on. Oh, teased.
Okay, good. Yeah, Grimmy just kind of looks. He goes, "Oh man, you're good. You're very good. He's crazy. You're very good. I like him. He's scary. You're very smart. I like this. 10% fine for Grimmy. Maybe you'll buy him a drink. Yeah.
You know what, Grimmy? And I reach in. I said, "You've never had this before," and I gave him a small flask. But trust me, you don't want to drink this now. It's leprechaun wine.
Leprechaun wine. Oh, I've heard of this.
Oh,
This is stuff to make your head blow up really big and then pop like balloon, right?
basically, yeah. One sip, and you may not wake up until next week. But you'll
Taste
be
the
happy.
rain.
But you'll be happy.
Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow. Okay, sorry, Wes. I'm gonna kill you.
That is absolutely great. It's this dumb cold. I cannot shake it.
Yeah, man.
And the trees are trying to kill me. So Grimmy goes, "Okay, follow me," and literally takes you around the corner where there's a big sign that just says "Fight Club," and they're just waving everybody in, like he was totally making up that they wouldn't even get in the room with that. He's like, "Grimmy,
And I knew
Grimmy, come on, you said you're fine, Grimmy. Come on, I get you in." So he walks up. He walks up to a guy with a clipboard. He's like, "Grimmy, what are you wasting our time with today?" He's like, "Oh no, Grimmy got a live one here. Look at him. His eyes, they spin like circles." And just the guy looks down at you, Vindel. And what are you doing?
You know what? He's doing a handstand push-ups. That's just doing.
It's like, all right, that's good. It's a $15 entry fee. You get 75% of all proceeds for the fight.
Wait.
Good for you.
$15 entry fee and 75% of the proceeds. Where's the other 25 going to?
The 25 goes to house. I mean, we got to maintain the place. We got to clean up the blood. We got to keep the wine, everything restocked. We got to pay for insurance because, I forgot to tell you that. He loses any teeth, we got a doctor takes care of that for you. It's on the house. It's not a big deal.
We got it. So you got a healer on hand. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we got to pay for all that. So 25% goes to the house, 25% goes to you. I think that's a great deal. Nobody around here complains about it. So what do you think?
Yeah, and who handles the beds?
Oh, that's over there. And he just kind of looks at the betting window where they have odds on the different fighters who are up there right now.
All right. I lean over and I look at my gnome buddy. I go, "Okay, you know how to play this, right?
Yeah.
Take a beating for a little while, then crush them mercilessly. Mercilessly. Do you understand what I'm telling you?"
I'll make it look good. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
He gets Grimmy's like, "Okay, listen, I got a good feeling about you. You're gonna make lots of money. So me, Grimmy, gonna put up 10 of the $15. It's good. It's good. You only cost $5. All you lose $5 if you lose. Good.
I give him the other 5.
All right, good. He puts it in because you make good deal with Grimmy. He make lots of money. He crazy. You're smart. Good. Let's go. Takes you in. You get shoveled back into like a green room where you're watching, and you listen for like a half hour or so. And the bell goes off. The crowds are cheering. You can kind of hear clapping and bottles bouncing, banging on the table. About a half hour. The door opens up and Grimmy walks in, and his head is about 1 times half as big as it was before. He's like, "Oh, Grimmy, it's been a great night, let me tell you. Grimmy make all sorts of friends. It's been fun. It's your turn to fight. You got giant fighter, big strong guy. He's got club and net and he not been beaten in like 7 months, and he want to take on little Ant-Man. So it's your turn.
Sorry, we walk out. What are the odds for Vindo?
It's basically Grimmy is like a 6-1 odds. Like nobody has faith in, or not Grimmy. Vindel is like 6-1 odds. Nobody has faith in Vindel at all.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up, and I'm going to place a $50 bet on Vindo,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna look at the guy behind me and go, "Okay, you want to play the spread?"
I have no idea what that means. You're gonna have to tell me.
Well,
I'm a
basically,
Baptist pastor. I don't know about betting. I'm making this all up as I go along, man.
so basically, what I'll do is if he wants to play the spread, he's gonna give me better odds, but I'm gonna drop a bigger sum of money, and if Vindo beats him, like, because I'm gonna basically say Vindo's gonna beat him at the end of the round before you can before the bell rings, he'll win, but Vindo's gonna be getting tossed around, you know.
He kind of looks. He goes, "You want to waste your money? I'll give you 10-1 odds. You got to put $100 down."
Here's 200.
200, 10-1. Okay.
Side note, I think lore for our team is Vindel has Rao take care of all his money. So it's like he lets the cat folk do the talking and the spending.
And Vindel just gets the beer. It's
I
fine.
basically
It's a good deal.
keep Vindo. I keep him in clothes. I keep him in food.
Yep.
If he wants women, he can have it. You know, he's taken care of. You know,
Taking care of. I love it.
This is absolutely amazing. Folks, this is the beauty of Cypher System, because literally none of this existed 5 minutes ago, and I didn't even know what the heck the betting situation was. And Cypher System has taught me all of this. So now we have a fight club, and we have managers, and we have bookies, and we have all sorts of weird things going on. You too can have fun with Cypher System. Go ahead and join in. Give us $20 and you can enter the giveaway.
Yeah.
Anyway, you go in. It is a steel cage ring. With like a sand floor that looks like it's been poorly raked out of like recently. You can still see just a little bit of blood in the sand. Grimmy is just all smiles. He's kind of swaying in a non-existent breeze at this point. The door opens up and you look in, and there is a 7.5 tall, just beast of a guy. He's got a club, and he's got a net, and he's got like a Roman gladiator helmet on. And he's just looking down. He goes, "Hello, we've got the Ant-Man here. He go down." And everybody just cheers as the door slams and the bell rings.
Yes, are we anywhere near this guy when he comes out and just doing all this talking?
He's on the other side of the ring from you. What are you going to try to do?
No, it's okay. If I was near him, I was going to really be a jerk.
I mean, he's less than 50 feet. You can be a jerk if you want. Go
Okay,
ahead.
or you know what?
be a
Then
jerk
I
at
will
50
walk over. I'm going to walk over.
So
and-
you're walking around the ring.
Yeah, walk
There's
over.
a ring sealed.
And first of all, I'm going to say, what's this guy's name?
We're going to call.
Right?
No, that's your.
Oh no,
bookie.
that's our little guy, right?
We'll call him Fryn.
All right. Well, friend, first thing I want to tell you is, you know, I really, and I'm playing on the psychology. I really want you to be, you know, do you have all your things in order? Because I mean, I want your family to be taken care of after this, because you may not be, you know, you may not walk away from this because he's an animal. You know, he might scramble up your sphincter muscle and pull your lungs out through your ears. I don't know, man. He's cool, and I'm laying it on thick. I mean, I'm trying to get in his head. And
I will. So Key kind of walks over to you. I love this idea of intimidation. To get an asset for Vindel, though, this guy's been around the block like 15 times. So he deals with intimidation as a level 5.
And so, but here's the trick.
Go ahead.
I'm running my mouth, but in the process, I'm going to cast the distortion spell on his helm to cause and you know how distortion works for, so it's on his helm. So he thinks he's seeing in one spot, but he's literally seeing a little bit over. So that's going to give him an asset through the entire fight.
Level, I would say level 3 to cast it on the helm and have it work. Go ahead.
All right.
So good, dude.
Told you, I'm Foundry.
This is awesome.
And you know what? I'm going to spend a level of effort to drop it down.
So level 2.
Yeah.
I love this.
All right.
Oh, absolutely. So he kind of walks up, and before, like, as you're casting, comes looks at us. Keep your mouth shut, little cat, or I'll be declawing you later. And just wraps the cage with his club. And as he does that, he kind of looks around and you notice him kind of sway a little bit. I'm going to assume that Vindel has seen this trick before.
I would think so.
Yeah, so you know what's up.
It's just a distortion on his helmet.
Right.
So he's got an asset to all
standard
his
operating
defenses.
procedure.
But we know what the scam is right now. You're supposed to look like you get beat up, so we're gonna have to put that up. You want to get that $200, or
it's gotta look good.
What did I say? 6 to 1 odds.
It's 10 to 1 odds.
10 to 1 now.
I got 6 to 1 odds on a regular bet for $50. And then I got $200 on the 10 to 1 bet.
You just keep track of the money. You'll get it in a second. So he goes up. So here's the way initiative works in Cypher System, because we will make you do initiative here.
Okay.
Is that it is basically the same as every other roll. It's a roll against your adversary's level. So he is a level 3. So for you to go before him, you have to roll a 9 or higher. Otherwise, he gets to go first.
Okay. I'm just double checking.
Or you can concede and play into the fact that he's got the distortion on his helmet and use that as an advantage for your first attack.
That is also true.
Yeah, I think because we're playing into this, I would forego going first and let him have the first move, playing it. I
love it. He kind of runs up. He's got his net out. Goes, I'm going to catch a minnow, and just like runs up and tries to like scoop you up into this thing.
There's gonna be a moment as Vindel walks into here, and it's like slow motion. It's like from Gladiator. He picks up the sand, just smells it a little bit, and lets it fall. As the giant is just coming at him,
just runs up. So you are trying to get around him. So you automatically have an asset in your defense because he doesn't quite know where you are. You've essentially become a displacer beast.
Okay.
So, and I'm just looking down, I'm seeing Dean looking at the puppy, and that's the greatest shot I have all night. So basically, he's attacking as a level 4, but you already got him bumped down to a level 3 because you've got a wonderful asset from Crazy Rao Khan.
Yes.
So how are you dealing with this? So your defense is a speed check.
Okay.
So you can throw and like anything else, you can throw effort into it. You can try to do something else. If you're skilled in defense, you can try to do something with that. What you got going on for me?
All right. Let's see. And then I have trained without armor, so I'm trained in speed defense tasks when not wearing armor.
You're down even more. So you go from a 3 down to a 2 because that eased your task by 1.
And
so
then,
now you roll a 6 or higher. And then if you do an effort, it's a level 1.
Right. Which I think I'm going to at the start. I want to lean into my skill. I have a skill in physical performing arts. And I think that is now that I know how to get beat up and take it and like
not take any damage.
Right. I'm fast enough where I can adjust to the attack. So I take it in a spot, I can handle it, and it still looks good. So
I like this a lot.
You've seen WWE.
Yes,
basically. It's essentially what we're doing right now. Yes.
It's all fake.
I love everything.
I mean, totally
about
real.
this. It's totally real. Well, for him,
Still-
it's real.
Still
It's real.
hurts. Yeah. Okay, so I'm
So
spending
3 or-
one effort of speed.
Yeah. So if you have an edge in speed, it's only 2 points.
I don't have an edge in speed.
So 3 points.
Okay.
3 points from your speed pool, and then roll
All
3 or
right.
higher.
Watch me roll a 1.
Oh.
That's a roll that I would definitely make.
Yep.
No, I would actually roll the 2. So yeah,
I made it, though.
the net comes
Oh.
in. You know exactly what's going in. It's aimed just a little bit off of you, and you get out of the way. So how do you want to describe that you make this look like it's affected you?
Layer Secrets, thank you for the donation.
Hey, sweet.
Awesome.
We're doing great. He's gotta make the dive. He's actually diving off to the side, but he makes it look like it's a fall back, and he just like slides through the sand, so the net doesn't actually get him, but it makes him look very clumsy.
Okay, it's like,
It looked like the net smacked him and made him slide through the sand.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. Yep.
little man on the ground, I come and stomp you. All right, so it's your turn. What are you doing in response to this?
Oh man, I gotta make it look good though.
Oh yeah.
It's not time yet, so he's
We'll say
just
it's 3 rounds to the bell.
3 rounds to the bell. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is first round. Okay, so I'm gonna jump up and start moving around, and I'm just like jabbing and poking at him and letting him take attacks because I'm getting a vibe on maybe where his opening is, trying to find the opening without being obvious for when I'm
Okay.
ready to attack.
Okay.
Do you have control of the field?
Let's see.
I don't think he does.
Nope, I don't. Greater speed, balance, opportunist.
Opportunist
that
is
wouldn't
good.
work. That wouldn't work. Somebody else has to hit him. For him.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a team player despite everything else. But yeah.
So you're just dancing at this point?
Yeah, I think so. I want to let him feel like I think my role would be to attempt to make him feel like he's on top while trying to find that weak spot. Maybe
Okay,
hopefully
awesome.
to gain advantage later.
Okay, you roll if you want to, just to get you in favorable position. If you pass a speed check, I'll give you an asset for your next roll.
Okay.
So if you want to do it's a level 3. So if you want to try to do that, go ahead.
Okay. Let's just have this go straight. Do I have an asset still that he is
You have-
discombobulated?
Yes, he's discombobulated. So you basically have an asset on all your rolls in this attack.
Okay.
Because he can't really see you. He knows what he wants to do, but he keeps on going for the mirror image. That's
Yeah,
basically.
sweet. I know what I'm gonna do at the end. This will be good.
Oh my gosh.
If I roll well, we'll see here. Ugh, not great.
Level 3. Okay, so you don't get an asset. You run around. It's like, oh, get back here, little man. I stomp you. So you don't quite get the extra asset next time, but you do get away as he now comes down with the club and swings it down on your head. So trained without armor and asset because the guy is seeing double. It's a level 2 task in order to avoid getting hit with this club.
Okay. I'm just gonna go straight on this one. We'll see what happens. Gary!
Gary! So basically you're gonna take 4 points of might damage.
Okay. I gotta make it look good.
Just kind of whacks down on you. He's like, come back here. How do you respond as he hits you?
Oh man.
Because you are trying to make it look good, right?
Yeah, I realize my mistake, but then just lean into it. So I try to do the limp thing so that my fall and let him send me flying a bit. But hopefully going limp, my
Okay.
fall doesn't take as bad damage.
The crowd roars. He was like, this will be over before the bell. What are you doing?
All right. I'm gonna look up, maybe catch eyes with Rao.
Okay.
Is it time yet, or should I wait till that last second?
It's the
I
Mr.
give him-
Miyagi moment.
I give him our signal, which is one claw being extended, which means one more hit. One more magic hit. And then you can take him out.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'm gonna do the crazy thing. I'm gonna act like I'm panicking,
Okay.
but hopefully lean into my moves like a cat background.
Okay.
And my balance. I have training in balance.
Uh-huh.
So after the club came down and I go flying back, I just jump onto it like I'm just holding onto the club.
You're jumping onto the club.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to be a might check.
Okay.
So level 3. Actually, you know what? He's pretty slow. So we'll do, since it's a physical attack against him, we'll do a level 2. And it's basically, you got an asset on the roll, so it's a level 1. So 3 or higher.
Nice. Now I have an edge with might, but that only comes into effect if I spend effort.
If you do effort.
Okay.
Or if you're spending, or if you're using any of your might-based maneuvers.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you have a thing that costs might points, the edge can affect.
Gotcha.
For that.
Okay. Cool. All right. For this one, I think it's just straight then. Oh my word! Sorry, guys. This is how I roll in 20s.
Gary! So for folks, when a 1 is rolled, a GM intrusion occurs and something bad happens for Gary. So essentially,
Gary's already dead.
Gary's already dead. Dang it.
It's just the
Really
ghost of Gary.
It may not be bad. It could just be a complication. It really depends on what mood your GM is in.
The GM is, you neglected to attack for 2 turns. So basically you hang on to this club and he flips you off and you try to grab onto it, but in doing so, you rip off the guy's helmet.
Oh, snap. I like that.
So now the distortion field, he's looking around, it's like, now I can see you. And he actually comes back. So the net's gone. He just takes the club and tries to like baseball swing at you, like home run you. So he attacks as a level 4. You no longer have the extra asset, so now it's down to a level 3. So if you want to get it down to a 2, you're going to have to spend speed points.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I'll spend that 3 speed points.
Yep, level 2.
Okay.
6 or higher.
Here we go. There we go.
There you go.
Oh.
He swings, and how do you dodge out of the way of this? Because it is now time for you to leap into action.
So I'm gonna run. So he threw me off, right? And I took the helmet with him. I see the helmet. I'm like, crap. So I just get up and I start running straight at him. And as he goes to swing, he's still not used to how tall I am. So I literally slide under it like a baseball slide.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna come up for the jaw uppercut. Is the hope. As I come up.
Or are you gonna hit the speed bag?
Yep, that's true. I have speed attack. I do. I have fast punch. That's my attack.
So hit the speed bag. In other words,
yes,
is
right there dangling.
Oh my god!
Like my hope is like Neo in the Matrix.
Yep.
And you can use your level of effort, your might effort, to add damage, 3 additional points of damage. As well.
Okay, sweet. Let's do it.
So he defends his 2.
Okay.
You have to roll a 6 or higher to hit, and if you do extra damage if you put your effort into that instead of you're reducing the number. So do you trust yourself?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
6 or higher, baby. This is it. This is your moment.
Because if you roll a 19 or 20, you get an additional 4 points of damage or a special effect.
Yeah,
that would highly unlikely, but I like the idea. So. Now I have edge on might. Does that affect this at all?
All you're doing is just go ahead and roll. We already reduced everything.
Okay.
And you're just going to reduce your might by 2 points.
2 points for that one. Okay. Reducing that and rolling it up. Come on, baby. Yeah. Well, it's a positive.
You slide under the thing. He's like, what? And so he's looking down as you like spring both hands and just uppercut this guy in the jaw and knock him
junk.
In the junk. Okay.
Yes.
And he just goes and just falls over.
Every dragon has its weak spot.
And as you land and say that to the crowd, ding, 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 ding. And the ref comes out and raises your hand. You have won Fight Club for the day.
But we're not going to talk about it.
We're not gonna
I walk over and get my money, my $2,600.
and
$600.
and $300.
Yeah,
You know, like that. Go ahead.
Come on, boy.
And I look at Grimmy and I count out $260. Like, there you go, Grimmy.
Grimmy, very happy. His head's a little bit larger than it was before. So,
He's gonna kill his food.
he's like, Grimmy, go at the party. He just kind of runs out of the place. So you guys are done. I don't know what Thorak and Tag have been doing for the last like 45 minutes. What have you guys been doing while these guys have been doing Fight Club?
Thank you, guys. That was awesome.
All right. Do you have any?
I want to, when they get out of the Fight Club, I want them to come out of the Fight Club, and I'm sitting there with 3 little girls playing tea with them.
And what does Thorak look like?
A thorax, a giant, half giant. He's this big, burly man of a creature, and he's just like, literally, he has like his 2 fingers are holding the cup and praying it doesn't crack under
It's like a
his.
symbol in his finger
Pinky
there.
out.
I think Tig would have been just inside while the fight's going on, talking to the proprietor of the Fight Club, and he's just going,
Thank you, Justin, for the donation.
Woohoo.
he opens his cloak. He's like, I happen to have this great snake oil solution that gets blood out of your floors if you're having trouble with that sort of thing. It's only a couple gold pieces if you want to try it.
This guy's been around the block too. He's a level 4 against deception. If you're trained in deception, you can knock that down.
I am. I'm trained in lies and trickery.
There it is.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
you're down to level 3, baby.
could our exceptional performance help him in any way? Oh, never mind.
Nah,
He's
you
fine.
guys are out. It kind of says like,
You know what? You know what? That's
what's
a
that?
minor effect. So that means you get it's even a bonus on top of whatever you did.
it is. It kind of says, hey, I've heard about this stuff. It's supposed to work pretty good, right? Also gets gum off of wood.
You don't get anything out of your floors, I promise. Tried it myself.
Really? All right. How much?
Well, let's call it an even 50 gold.
No. You don't understand. How much to buy into the company?
Oh, well, you see, it's this sort of multi-level marketing that we have going. So you really got to get in on the bottom floor, and then you got to pull some other people in if you want to really make the big bucks. So,
All right. You got a case of this stuff around? I heard about this stuff. It works miracles. You got a case of it with you?
I do just happen to have all the ingredients needed for the solution, and you can make it yourself in whatever volume you might desire.
Sounds really good. So now I basically become my own supplier. This sounds like a great deal. So $50 for the bottle, ingredients working out. And I get the recipe too with that?
Sure, yes, it's my own personal recipe. So just give it a few days to really settle in. It might take some time, but it'll work. Sure,
A week or so. Let it go. Let it age a little
Let
bit.
it ferment.
Absolutely.
170.
That sounds reasonable to me.
That's you guys are easy. Okay, fine. Here.
Wait a minute. Question.
Yes.
Am I happen to be around to hear all of this?
If you want to be sure.
Yes.
You're walking out, you hear this. Yes, Dave.
We did have a player intrusion option chosen for a donation.
We do have a
Ooh,
player
thank
intrusion.
you.
Good.
Woo.
So one player intrusion. So Dean, what do you want to do?
basically, I'm going to walk up on the guy and go, "Come on, man. You really think that's fair? You trying to take advantage of this guy? Look at him. You can tell he's not that intelligent. Come on, be fair. You're getting the ingredients. You're getting ready to be able to supply yourself forever."
Fine, $250.
There you go. See, that's good.
250.
Is that okay? Yeah.
250, and you know what? I'll throw in this lucky charm. It's a rabbit's foot.
Magical blue moons,
Rabbit's
green
foot.
stars. So a rabbit's foot, and if it's I mean, people around here are a little superstitious. I'll hang it over the bar. Hang on a second, Sally. Get this man $250 and get the recipe from him. And get out of here. So it's very good doing business with you.
Believe me, the pleasure is all mine.
Well, understand, I'm going to be marketing this stuff. I'm putting you out of business. Just understand.
No, really. I've got my own recipe back home, and we've got a whole tub of the stuff.
Yeah, I got a marketing plan that's like beautiful. You're just done. But thank you for the $250, and there you go. And he kind of like gives you the money, takes whatever sheet of paper you're offering, and actually reaches out because like, and I just need that bottle too. Just want to check that out.
Sure,
okay?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just oil with a little food coloring in it.
Okay, great.
And as we're walking out, I reach in his hand and take 50. I look at him and go, "You're welcome."
These folks are the heroes of the story. So we do have one player intrusion and one GM intrusion that we can toss around here. We have some fun.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
I'm just dying at the Taggy Mays here selling you.
We just did an infomercial.
Yeah, it's so good.
We have no idea what's happening. We're making this up as we go along, quite literally. So we're going to say that you're just about done the day, and some of you have spent points. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to talk about recovery rolls. You get a certain amount of recovery rolls during the day. Your first counts as an action. Your second is a short rest. Your third is an hour, right, Dean?
Yes.
And then the last one has to be 8 hours.
10
hours.
So if you add it up, it's literally a 24-hour period. You get 4 recovery rolls in a 24-hour period. So.
It's essentially 1d6 plus your tier.
Correct.
So you guys are hanging out here. You can spend your one action and your 1 hour recovery rolls right now.
Okay.
If you would like. And get those points back. And then you can assign those points and split them up into your pools however you wish. So if you roll 6 points and you want to put 2 to all your pools, you can do that. You just can't go over your maximum. No cheating.
All right. And
No
for
problem.
the dummy newbie here,
Yes.
explain it again. So I'm picking.
So basically you can do 2 of your recovery rolls right now. And you're going to be able to do 2 more in no time anyway.
So basically roll
2
2d6 plus
Okay.
2.
Plus
2d6
2. I
plus
see
2,
that.
and then you can distribute those points amongst your
amongst your
Amongst
pools.
what I've spent.
Yep.
Got it.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. 2d6 plus 2. Ooh,
Oh,
not
look
bad.
at you
Not
coming
bad.
back. There you go. Very, very nice.
I'm back, baby.
And
it's that total. It's that total number, right? There's no
that
other
total
math.
number, and you can divide it up into your
Distribute.
pools as you spent them. Yep.
Okay.
As long as you're not at max.
Got it.
As you are walking out of Fight Club and Thark is playing T, I really want to hear the story about that sometime. You hear
Thank
a
you,
whistle blow
Dean.
down from the docks. Oh, Dean Gibson. You hear a whistle blow, you know that it's time to go back and board your boat. And off you go. Down the river again. Essentially, I should have let you do your 4 rolls because this is going to take us into the next day. So if you still have points that you need to miss, you can take your last 2 recovery rolls and go ahead.
I suppose I've only got 1 point left to full,
Okay.
so
You'll be maxed out then.
full it is.
There you go. Alrighty, folks. Here's what I need you to do as we wake up the next morning. Someone, please. Oh, we forgot to give you your mic check bonus for that too. Give me a D6 roll. We'll say Jorben.
All right.
Although Dave probably, I'll let you Dave do the terrain. So 2.
I just keep rolling.
All right.
That's the
I
number.
know. You wake, and it doesn't matter what type of die you're running. It's all.
That's kind of weird.
You wake up and the clouds from yesterday have continued, only they have darkened. It is a unending rainfall all day. All your speed checks are going to be hindered by one step.
Ooh. All right.
So
This is where the hat umbrella immediately comes out.
I love it.
Just writing this down. All right, and then Dave, can you do me a favor and roll me a D10?
9.
A 9. So you get to the end of the navigable part of this river because you're heading into like deltas and stuff before it's the sea. There's a lot of silt coming down from the mountains, so this is essentially the end of the road. From here, it is mostly land traffic to the port cities. However, you are going to go off to the northeast, and to get to where you are going, at least according to the scroll that you have to follow a road that is meandering out in the distance through a field of flowers. And as you walk upon it, you realize that it's made out of golden bricks.
Okay.
Thanks
Fun
for stopping
guys,
by,
right?
Elise.
Hi, Elise.
Thank you, Elise. Star
Yay.
Child.
Star Child. Star Child MVP.
Or Starshine. Starshine, that's it.
Starshine.
Child of Starshine.
Okay.
I don't smell any poppies around, do I?
Metagaming. But yeah, you do not. Maybe you do. I don't know. Who knows what Tag was making his stuff out of. And what I need right now is I need for Dave to roll. No, Dave just rolled the daily terrain, right? So Dean, would you roll me a D12, please? Actually, yeah, D12.
6.
Got a 6. This is awesome. Okay. So you are walking for about 4 or 5 hours. You're getting further and further into areas where a lot of people just don't settle down here. It's kind of swampy, marshy. The bugs are bad. But, you can see that there are some wagon ruts in this road. Apparently trade goes back and forth every now and again. And as you kind of come up a slight rise, you look up at the top and you see that it has been blocked with, like a wagon, a couple of small trees, and like a makeshift, really poorly done fence up on the top. And what you see at the front of this thing are 3 tall figures. They're about 9 feet tall. They're wearing very long robes, and they have huge hats with big horns coming out the top. And they're kind of swaying there. And they say, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Who's our face?
Oh, please don't tell me I have the face. That's not going to end well.
What was
I
that,
think
Dean?
I said, your feet don't look like they fit any limbs.
I don't
Talking like an
understand.
owl? Who?
Who goes there? Who dares to travel on our road?
This is your road?
Our road.
And how'd that happen? Did you make it?
We protect it. We guard it. We weed the edges and make sure that the little trees don't grow on the sides like that. We keep it all open for that. Yes, it's our road. We keep track of it.
Okay, well, don't get so hostile, but who gave you the job? I'm just interested.
There's nobody else doing it. We took up the road. We keep the trees. We weed the things. Did you know how hard it is to get the little grass out the cracks between the different brick? Why am I explaining myself to you? You're on our road. You have to pay the toll.
And just how much is this toll?
Toll? It's $70.
Really?
Elders, listen, upkeeping a road is not cheap. We've got to pay the workers. We've got to get the food. We've got to get the materials. We have to get the little dust to put in between. Did you know that there's such a thing called stone dust? And that's just not cheap. $70.
I don't think so.
What?
Nope.
Oh, please. Come on. No, really? But okay.
Look at him. You know, I point at what's the gnome's name again?
Vindal.
Vindal. I point at Vindal. I said, you realize he eats $70 in one sitting.
And I'm the little guy. You should see what this guy eats. I swear it, Therock.
So yeah, no $70. We're gonna go on about our way.
No, I'm thinking we can't let you do that. No, can't let you. No, we're gonna stop you. Yes, we are.
Okay.
All right, let's have some fun with this one then. We're gonna have you roll initiative.
Yeah.
So, you're gonna be rolling against a level 3 creature. So
Well,
9 or higher.
I have danger sense.
I do
It
Okay.
too.
costs me 1 speed point, and it
Okay.
reduces my initiative by a level.
So you got to roll 2 or higher.
Same here. I also have that, so I'm going to use that.
All right.
I'm at the 3.
All right. So Dean, go ahead, give me your roll. Then Dave, give me your roll. Dean is going before. Dave, give me yours.
Ooh.
Dave is going before. Jorben, give me yours. Jorben not going before.
Jeez, the
And
17.
Vindal going
Ooh.
before. So
Hey.
basically we just have Tag is not going before the creatures.
I moved
All
up
right,
from
so
a
what do
2
you
to a
guys
3, though.
So Dean, Dave, Dan, how do you want to proceed?
Ooh. Let's see. I have my opportunist, so I get it.
You can wait for one of them.
Yeah,
to hit and
I
try to
think
get your
Tharok
opportunity.
and I probably have like our 1-2 system down where we're fighting.
So because
All
we're
right.
because we're standing at a far enough, we're standing like within conversation distance, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to bust him right off the muscle. I'm just gonna throw my detonation cipher.
Just go with it.
And the detonation cipher, basically what it'll do is it'll explode. It'll do 7 points of damage this round, and then it spawns 1d6 more explosions that will burst in different directions around them.
Oh,
It's like a firework going off.
It's
gosh.
basically what it is, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
And just all people out there in the world who don't know, ciphers in this game, they are like one-use items. They can be actual objects. They can be subtle things that are like internal workings and so on and so forth. It's really a cool little thing. So
This is not subtle.
no,
So-
this is not a subtle. And
Okay.
because throwing things is my thing, I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Let's see, what does it say here? Yep, I have precision, so I deal an additional 2 points of damage with attacks using weapons that I throw. It's an enabler.
Oh my God.
So I'm getting ready to let loose. You said they're
how
level
much?
3,
You're gonna
right?
do 8 points of damage in the first round.
9.
9, yeah.
Okay. Great. And it's an area of effect, right? So it's everybody
Yes,
in short
sir.
range. So go ahead, just roll the to hit the area.
So is it still a 3 to hit the area?
3 to hit the area.
All right, I will spend the additional points of speed to 3 points of speed to bring it down
Go
to
down
a
to
level
2.
2.
Nice. Oh yeah.
14.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So this thing walks down, and these things, they're swaying really funny. And when this thing comes at them, they really kind of sway funny. And then it goes boom, and just weird things happen because you find out that you were not actually looking at 3 separate creatures. You were looking at 12 separate creatures who were standing on each other's shoulders. And the cloak comes off, and the robe comes off, and the hat goes flying, and it's 12 goblins who have now been blown in a whole bunch of different directions. And for folks, this
I
is
just
awesome.
if anyone's seen Shaolin Soccer when the goalie's clothes all fly off and his butt's just there.
Yep. So for folks who don't know, is you can basically group up a bunch of creatures inside Cypher System and have them act as a level or 2 higher than the one that they're supposed to have. I bumped these guys up by 2. And so they're really not happy. They're also all really, really hurt at this point. So that's really fun. And Dave, you get to go now.
I'm going to take my 2 hand axes. I'm just going to toss them at 2 of them.
Okay. How many points of damage do those do?
I have combat prowess and then massive strength. They're gonna do 8 points.
Yeah.
So you can throw them at 2 separate ones. So
Yeah,
you're basically
technically.
throwing at groups.
Yeah.
So we're treating these as 3 groups of 4.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
you can
That
throw
error
your-
calculates everything into it. I thought I was adding it to it. Foundry calculates
Okay.
it for me, so it's actually
Gotcha.
5.
Okay,
on each.
5 points of damage. That's
Yeah.
So, and you can throw at 2 different groups. You can make 2 different attacks.
Yep.
I'm just gonna let you do it. I really
mean-
don't care. So level 3, baby, go.
All right.
Oh, I teased the 20.
Here you go. Yeah, it's the axe comes out, and they're like, ah! They stand up, and the one guy who still has the helmet on, like rips it off and stands up and turns around, and the axe just goes plunk right into his head. He drops down. The other 3 from his group just go tearing off into the distance, screaming bloody murder. Make your second attack against the next group.
Yeah,
Dean.
Since I put in, can I use one of those player intrusions?
Absolutely.
Okay. I put his blade. Pookie, is that you?
What? Wow.
You idiots.
Okay. So you're talking to the one guy over the other side. The other one that he threw the axe off, he decapitated 2 of them. Because he just rolled a 19.
Yeah.
So they go running off. And the last one, something goes, Val? What are you doing? What are you doing? Guys, it's Rao. Remember I told you about him? We had the drinking game down this one. How you been, buddy?
Good. You know what? Why don't you come with us and stop trying to hustle people on the road?
Listen, I'm telling you, this is legitimate work. We actually been looking after this whole thing. It's
I look at him and I hand each of them $10.
All right, fine. We'll come with you. That's good. So
wait a minute. So we kill their friends, and then you ask for his name and hand him $10 and ask him to join us.
he's good, man.
We're gonna make
Goblins.
Now we have a front line.
I just
Of
love,
3 goblins who have a total of 3 health.
Yeah.
So
And meanwhile, the 2 axes come flying, and Vindal was coming flying right behind the last one, and then it skids to a stop, and is like, "Ah, man." I toss the axes to Tharok.
That is awesome.
So ready.
I mean, all right, $10 is $10. It's somebody will take care of the road, I guess. It's good. Let's go. We're off.
This is more legitimate work. I told you before. How are you trying to hustle people?
I'm not trying. Listen, I have had a whole work crew. I got a camp of folks down the way. I got labor problems and shortages. I got the wizard breathing down my neck. I got to get things out of here. You have any idea how fast scrub trees grow?
Look what happened to Mookie and Dookie.
Well, they're idiots. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they just...
You look, Mookie's head is over there.
Well, he's probably smarter now. That's like, what do you want me to do? I guess, listen, I'm not the one who threw the exploding thing. I'm just going to say that.
Work with us. How about that?
Listen, you got $10. You're not going to chop my head off. You got any more exploding things going to run around?
Not right now.
All right, fine. Then we'll come with you. But just don't make this all my fault.
Hey, I didn't say it was your fault. I just said, hey, be careful with who you start stuff on.
I'm just asking for a little bit of a toll to help take care of the road that you're going on from point A to point B. Doesn't seem like to be that big of a deal, but you gotta do the explosions. It's I should have known it was you as soon as the thing blew up.
What's that supposed to mean?
You don't remember Vingoth? The bank vault? I mean, we never did get the cash out of the thing because it smoldered up because you just wanted the boom, Sure, it wasn't you.
Wasn't me. Look, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, fine. I mean, I guess the statute of limitations isn't entirely off yet, so I guess that's true. But that's fine. But I remember. So blowing things up, I remember. That's your MO. Don't forget.
You're a goblin. Goblins don't remember anything but their last meal.
That's racist. I'm not taking that from you. What are you doing that? Goblins don't take anything. I'll tell you, we remember plenty. I got a mind like a steel trap. He doesn't have one over there anymore because it's rolled down the hill. But other than that, we're doing good. It's good. So, all right, fine. Let's go. So,
can I just ask?
Yes.
What Tag was doing? Because he missed the whole thing and turns around. There's headless goblins. Rao and this goblin are just like BFFs walking into the sunset right now.
What is Tag doing?
I think it literally happened so fast that he was looking in his cloak and he's like, I know I have that miracle weed be going somewhere in here. I could sell it to these folks and I'm sure they'd be able to get rid of this grass problem they have in the road.
Oh my gosh.
And then he looks up and there's just 2 heads.
Thing. All right, you have a goblin minion now who's walking around with you who's really unhappy, and apparently Raoul's blown up a bank vault at some point. We'll see what happens with that.
Wasn't me.
Nobody can prove it.
Nobody can prove it.
Wasn't me.
I didn't do nothing. Yes.
Look,
great.
See, they always think it was me because, it was all that soot in there. And the cat guy that did everything, I don't even know what his name was. He was actually orange. He's an orange tabby looking guy. But he had black soot all over him. They try to blame it on me. It wasn't me.
Dirty tabbies.
And so he kind of looks over at Tag. It's like, yeah, he had soot all over him. He covered himself in orange paint and white stripes. He thought he was really in disguise. Yeah.
Tabaxi. It was a tabaxi. I'm not even a tabaxi. Why you keep...
You cats all look alike. It's fine.
That's what they are.
So, listen, you do it to me, I do it to you. That's fair is fair, right? So this is the weirdest thing that has ever
Get a room.
You walk on for the rest of the day, and you do arrive indeed at your destination. So we're going to need to do two rolls here. What time is it, by the way? We get about a half hour left. So let's do this. I need somebody to roll me a d6.
Got it. Yep.
Okay.
Dean's
So,
quicker than I
Dean
am.
did it.
That's not.
Dean-
That doesn't happen often, Dean.
I know. Yeah, right there.
All right, we'll cut this down a little bit. So yes, it's a very small tower of only 2 stories. It's got a little parapet up the top, and it's got like nice hedges out front, a little path going up the side. In fact, the yellow brick road goes right up to that. I need now, Dave, I'll let you do this one. Why don't you roll me a d6 again?
Just want to point out, technically the smallest tower possible.
It is technically the smallest tower possible because it's only 2 stories. And who knows, it might be bigger on the inside.
That's really funny.
Very good. Okay. So, how are you approaching this tower? It's got a nice door, got a welcome mat out the front.
All right, Thorax gonna do something stupid.
We're waiting.
This is how we know Dave is playing.
Thorax gonna put his shoulder down like in a football run, and he's just gonna charge forward. And I'm gonna use my breaker ability to just plow through the entire tower.
You just want to run through the tower.
Knock the tower over, yeah. It's only 2 stories. I'm 8 feet. There's a good chance.
He's about a story tall.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Please, oh my gosh. Please tell me exactly what the breaker ability does as I look.
It gives me it allows me to ease the any kind of roll to break something.
Anything that has to do with breaking is 1 level easier for him. Automatically.
All right.
Then he can spend a level of effort bringing it down another level.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it is a level 5 to destroy this tower by running through it.
All right.
I will a potion for you.
Yes, Jordan.
I might have a potion for him.
Oh.
Oh no.
Not even. Okay.
I mean,
Oh no.
Why not?
Oh no. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just.
Oh no.
I'm like, drink this.
What
I'll
potion
pop
do
it
you use?
open and drink it.
I like this is that Rao and Vindal and the goblins are talking about. We got this letter. We need to find where the mailbox is. Meanwhile,
Just run through it. All right. So level 5 task to do it. Level 4 because you have the breaker ability. Are you going to lower it down anymore?
Yeah, I'll use an effort to break it down. And then it's can I use might to lower it even further?
Well, that's what you just did.
Yeah.
Use a level
okay.
of effort, a level of might effort, which is
Yeah.
going to drop you down to a level 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody has anything else to offer, yeah, it can make it that much easier.
What's that potion do,
It says
Jordan?
it's a strength enhancer.
Oh God.
Oh yes, yeah. We'll just lower that down a little bit more.
Technically, I have mass. Never mind the lowering. We'll deal with damage afterwards.
I'm not even. It's
All right, so it's a level 3, level 4.
level 2, because you just drank a strength enhancer.
Okay, I will go ahead and roll.
it's Tag like testing out his wares on Tharak. It's like, here, see how this goes.
He literally like takes his little flask out and pours it and mixes it into like a cup of coffee and hands it to you.
I mean, he would just drink the flask if you just handed it to him. So
That works.
he's not smart enough
Water
to
it
know.
down a bit.
So level 2.
I got a 13.
Great. All right. So you pound up this. It is like this idyllic scene. Like it's almost abnormally idyllic. As you're running, like you look over, you see like a pergola off to one side. There looks to be like a little like morning breakfast nook that's like off in the corner, like surrounded by flowers. There's a fountain over there, and you're just charging up the road to break down this thing.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, basically. You do successfully break down the door. Burst it open Do you say anything when you break into this house completely unannounced? When all you had to do was deliver a letter? Like, what do you say?
I hate towers.
All right. However, Dave, who would you like to give an experience point to?
Let's give it to Dan. Yeah.
Aw, thanks, buddy.
All right. Dan gets experience points. You get an experience point. And then I need you to roll a 1d6.
You said me?
Yep.
5.
Awesome.
Tower
so
PTSD.
As you are running through the tower, you trip on a wire that is going across the entryway, and as you fall, 2 doors open up from either side of the room and launch a cloud of poisonous spiders at you, who now all attack.
Wait,
What's that?
because I have an experience point. I can do a player intrusion?
Well, it's for your action, not necessarily
Only me? All right,
Yeah.
carry on.
I'm not going to let you get away with it.
Sneak it in at the end.
So essentially, I need you to do three defense rolls. It's going to be level 3.
Okay. What does armor do in the game? I can't remember.
Armor is damage reduction.
Okay,
and
that's what I
this
thought. I just couldn't remember.
This would actually help.
So... All right. I will go ahead and roll those.
So level 3.
Come on, Thorok. Oh, yeah.
Okay, 1. The cloud comes in and you just you are tripping and you just kind of swing your hand out and knock some of these things and they go against the one wall. Second one,
Ooh.
they kind of land on your neck and start biting. So you have, what's your armor?
1.
1. Okay, so you take 2 points of might damage
It's not that.
and roll the third one.
Oh,
Natural.
Oh.
20.
Natural 20. That's awesome. So the last one, I guess you have your hand axe out.
Sure. Actually, it's
Okay,
a giant
so you-
sword. I carry a giant
Okay,
sword.
the giant sword. So the giant sword is swings around and somehow cuts through all 4 of them, and then you land on your neck and smush the ones that are on your neck. And you end up lying face up, looking at the ceiling, and you are in a rather large. Or let me roll a d8 for me, Jordan.
E8. Yes, I know which one that is.
You look to be like you have stumbled in. So when you ran through, you actually went into a second room through the foyer and landed. Your face up, looking at the ceiling. It's about 10 feet high, looking at what seems to be a well-maintained bedroom with comfortable furniture and a tiled floor. Guys, what are the rest of you doing as all this happens? As you see Jeremy going, yelp with pain, fall and crash, and this tower has not fallen down, which is what you were expecting. So, what are you doing here?
I look at the goblins and I go, see what being brash gets you?
I'm telling you, it's a legitimate business opportunity. I'm not even going to tell you anymore. So, this is why we came here. So,
do you guys? I'm gonna ask the goblins. Do you guys know this Bascol? Do you know him?
Yeah, the wizard.
Oh, I look over at the hole in his wall in his tower. Okay. Well, gentlemen,
Just a wizard.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Who has the item we're supposed to deliver?
I got
I
it.
think Vin, yeah, he's got it.
I look at Vin. I said, Vin, let me have that. I'll take care of this.
Here you go, boss.
Uh,
Ooh, Mando Fun Time. Thanks for the donation.
Thank
I
you,
will-
Mando.
I will walk forward to. Do we see the wizard at all since he didn't knock the
You have
door
not
down?
seen the wizard yet.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
What is this person's name we're supposed to see?
I will get
Stenge
you-
Baskol.
It's Stenge. Yeah, Stenge Baskill.
Oh, Baskill. I wrote hole.
Stinge Basco. We come with a
hello?
We come with a delivery.
Delivery, huh?
Yes.
And you just see a face kind of looks out the window. It seems to be a later aged gentleman, long beard, kind of graying white in some robes, going, well, there's better ways to deliver it than running through a door.
That he's special. He thought it was a. He said he thought it was a dragon. He thinks towers are dragons for some reason. I don't know.
Interesting.
You should see what he does to windmills.
What do you have to deliver?
I raise it up.
So he looks at that and goes, keep that thing away from me, and he puts out his hand, and just this stream of like all sorts of biting, stinging insects go flying out at you.
Oh, crap.
That would be a level 5 defense check. Actually, no, excuse me. Nope, level 5 defense check. Yep.
Okay. As a counter, what I'm going to attempt to do is just use my speed and hurl two of my throwing irons, charged with my onslaught to explode in the bugs to keep them from hitting me.
Oh, I kind of like that. That's nice
That's cool.
flavor. Very nice flavor. Go ahead, level 5.
And I'm going to spend a level of effort to bring it to a level 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's all I can do right now. So let's do it.
It's not bad. Woohoo, lucky 13.
Oh, absolutely.
He did it.
It comes through. And he goes, just keep that thing away from me. Just
I look at him. I go,
keep it
"No."
away.
I say, that was awfully rude. Why would you? All you had to do was say you didn't want it.
I'm trying to save the world. You bring that to me, you destroy everything. Keep that away from me.
Who was the person that said we were supposed to take this to him?
It was this angelic figure who just showed up in the coffee shop.
Angel of Light.
Yeah, I'm like, well, you know what? Angel of Light brought it and said that you needed it.
He did not say I needed it. He knows what will happen if I take it. You keep that away from me. You get out of here now.
Well, now, I mean, who's telling the truth? How are you going to make the world a better place?
What? It's chaos. It needs to be ruled.
Oh,
He kind of like somersaults out the second story window, and as he does, he transforms into about a 9-foot long kind of scaly thing with like hooked claw arms and almost insectoid legs, and stands up and just says, "Get away!" And we're gonna have to do some rolling of initiative for that.
I just love that the party as a team just goes, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. That makes sense now.
See, me destroying the... Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
Yeah. Woo.
18 Elder Goblin going before the big bad.
Whoa.
Tharak going before the big bad.
I'm going to reduce the difficulty. A, because of my danger sense. B, because I'm going to spend a level of effort, so we can drop that to a level 3.
Yes, sir. And you go before. And go
Last
ahead, Vindal.
finale. Here we go. I'm just keeping it straight.
Vindal going last. So he just wants to get at him. Okay, what
Yeah.
are you three doing here?
Well, the two guys with the 18s, they go before I do.
Yes. Well, no, I just let decide. Anybody goes before. I don't keep track of.
Well, you guys go first anyway. I have to figure out the best approach.
All right.
What
Well,
are you guys going to do here?
I'm going to pick up this nice bed next to me, and I'm going to throw it at him.
I'll call that a heavy weapon.
Sure.
Are you trained in heavy weapons?
I am.
I love everything about that.
I love this. I'm just grabbing a drink. I'll be right back.
All right. So let's see.
So it's a level 50. It's a level 5, so it's a 15 to hit unless you do a level of effort into it.
Yeah.
Or you have an asset. Are you? And you're trained in heavy weapons. You're not just practiced.
I'm trained.
Okay.
Oh
so
no,
it's
I'm
a level
practiced.
4.
I'm practiced. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
practice.
Not
Okay. So it's
Practice.
level 5. If you want to do effort, it's a level 4.
I'll do effort.
Okay. So 4, 12 or higher.
Oh, I had a throwing weapon. Okay, that's damage. Okay, let me roll it. 4.
4.
Level 4.
So. Oh, so close. You can spend an XP to try to re-roll.
Yeah, I have the XP. Oh, I have that
Yep.
1 XP, so I'll try re-rolling.
There. Oh, look at that.
That's a +2 additional damage.
Yes, it is. So you pick this up. I'm just gonna say you have to you pick it up and run out the front from behind him and just throw this bed in the back. He doesn't have any idea what is going on.
Plus, I have mass and strength,
Yeah,
which gives it another +1 damage.
So you did 9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Ooh, dog.
Yeah, Punk. And he doesn't quite get knocked down, but he looks like, what the frick? So he spins around to look at you. So what are the other two doing now?
If that's the case, if he spins around to look at him,
Yeah.
I'm going to. How heavy is this thing? This item we were supposed to give to him?
It's just it's like a scroll, but it's golden.
Oh, so it's lightweight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to just run up and stick it on his person.
Oh, that'll be great.
Here you go.
Okay. Yep. Well, you can attack with that as a light weapon, but it will do heavy weapon damage against it.
Ooh.
You know what? You know what? Why would I even run? I'm a thrower. I throw with deadly accuracy.
Oh no.
I'm a thrower. I throw.
I throw things.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's level 5,
The
but it's already a light weapon, so it's a level 4. And
then
you're
I'm-
deadly accurate, so it's level 3.
and I'm trained.
And you're trained, so it's level 2.
And okay, I'll keep it at a level 2,
Okay.
and I will spend a level of intellect to make it a precise shot.
Oh,
So where's the best place to hit him to increase the damage.
Right in the eye. So it'll do 2 extra points of damage. So it'll do 8
Three
points.
3 extra points.
3 extra points, so it'll do 9 points of damage.
On top of the fact that I'm throwing it, I do 2 more points of damage because with light thrown weapons.
Does anybody want to donate for a GM intrusion?
I was gonna say we're so close to 300, guys.
12.
You rolled 2.
Oh shoot!
Oh.
You did.
I rolled a 2.
The thing goes sailing over
No.
the thing's head.
Unless
for
somebody
that.
has the XP, I can re-roll.
Can
Yeah,
we share?
you can spend an XP to help someone reroll. Yes, you can.
I have an XP.
Oh my gosh.
Take.
And I gave it to you too. Oh my
You
gosh.
did.
Here it is. Here
Yeah.
it is.
Oh my gosh. So 11 points of damage?
So can I tell you how it looked?
Yes.
All right. So I threw it,
Yes.
and it was going wide, and you see me extend my hand, and then strange little glow comes off my hand and redirects it because I throw it deadly accuracy.
Yeah. Right in the eye, and it just explodes in this thing of light, and he just howls in pain, like, and you just see, like, as he screams, there's like smoke and bugs and everything flying out of this guy's hand. All right, Tag, what are you doing?
So I have this little purple tube with gold trim on it.
Okay.
Called a thunder torch.
So I'm hearing it as Billy Mays commercials every time now. I got a thunder torch here for you, everybody.
Oh my
Now,
gosh.
I've got this here thunder torch. So what is this? Is the thing you gave me? What is the distance on this?
It's basically you're in range to do it.
Okay. So yeah, Tig pulls out this little purple Roman candle looking thing, takes his still lit cigarillo, sticks it on the end, holds it out like a Roman candle, and just lets it go at this thing.
Boom. And it just shoots out.
Now, do I roll for that?
You do have to roll to actually hit. So it's a level 5. It's going to be a speed check.
Oh, okay. Can this be modified? Oops.
What do you want? If you do a speed effort, you can knock it down by 1.
Okay. I kind of slipped and already rolled it, but
you hit. I mean, it's you hit. It's fine. Yeah, it hits, and it's like when this thing hits it, it does not look pretty. I mean, this is already not a pretty looking thing, but it does not look pretty. It kind of like vibrates, and you can like see like in the vibration, like bits of it like kind of like falling away and like evaporating. It just looks nasty as the sound kind of hits it. And it kind of like drops down, doesn't do a superhero pose because it's the big bad. And then it kind of stands up. You can see a little bit of its flesh starting to come back.
Oh.
And he kind of looks at you, Tag, and then you, Dean, or Raoul, and says, oh, my turn, and launches out. And just from the two of you, he swipes at Tag first because he really did not like that sound thing, and is just swiping at you with claws. So it's a level 5 defense check.
Now, quick question. I have defense rolls to resist mental effects, but
this is not a mental effect. No, he's just clawing your face off.
Oh, just the regular then.
Yeah. What would you like to give him a minor effect as he misses you?
Oh, let's say his spring-loaded backpack shoots out these little spikes that go out in front of him like a shield wall.
Okay.
And he's trying to, scrape him back as he tries to claw at him.
Okay, so you can't do damage with a minor effect, but what I will say is this: whatever you made your backpack out of, for however long this guy is alive, because he's been blown up and shot with sound, whatever you made that stuff out of, he doesn't like, so attacks against you are hindered. Okay. However, as he misses that, Ralph thinks he's really, really out of it, and then his leg claw kicks out behind and just chose to try to like gut you. So level 5 check or knock it down as you want.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 3 more points from my speed pool.
Okay.
And so it's a 4.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dog. Sorry, Wes.
He got no attacks in. So what minor effect would you like to give this guy as you duck under it?
I'm actually gonna activate my distortion field on myself.
So he's hindered against you.
Yes.
Oh, I like that. That's
Nice.
very nice. He cannot see you. That's very, very, very good. So you are now actually that gives you an asset both directions because he doesn't know where you're coming from. That's awesome. So he does not attack, or he attacks and does not hit, which leaves us now to Vindal. Vindal's been
Wait
waiting,
on
baby.
Well,
What are you
Wait
doing?
on it.
he's actually got the goblins helping him as he's trying to set up this thing that Tag had given him a while ago, and it's not working quite right. That's why he's waiting. So I'm trying to. I want to use my Cypher ray emitter and aim it at the boss, but it's not working. And finally, he just gives it a good kick, and
And you said he's got the goblins helping him. You know that's an
He
asset.
gets an asset.
yes, that we're all trying to make it work. One's
Nice.
looking at the instructions.
Oh,
Tag,
my
never.
gosh.
So, anyways,
All right, let me
A
look
little
up
to the
your ray
left, and
emitter.
then
Projector-
flip the switch.
you're trying to shout as your backpack's
The last
blocking
user
you.
projects a ray of destructive energy up to very long range and inflicts intellect damage equal to the Cypher's level. So it's a level 6. Oh my gosh.
The next
you have an
part is
asset.
my favorite.
Also, the victim cannot take actions for a number of rounds equal to the Cypher's level. Oh my gosh. You get this up. I guess Tag's shouting instructions and the goblins are like trying to set this up.
Yes.
And you just like press the button.
9 or better.
It's 9 or better. Go.
Am I able to spend some intellect to bring it down one?
If you
Well,
want.
no,
to.
it's 4. It starts at 4 or better because it's a level 5. So he does get 1 asset with the goblins.
So
And
now
then
I'm
you
at
get
a
an
4.
asset from Tag, right?
I guess Tag's already used his turn, so he can't
All
be
right,
doing
that's
an
right.
asset this
Yeah,
time.
so
So
you're
yes,
at
you
4.
can spend some speed in order
Some
to
speed.
do
Okay.
it.
Sounds
That
good.
would bring it down to a level 3.
Got it. Okay. So that's a level 3. All right. Let's do it. Okay. Come on, baby. We need this. Yeah! Guys, that's 3 in a row.
Gosh,
+3 or a minor effect.
Woo!
I can't even be mad.
We're all playing
Just
the
take-
lottery today.
Just take the +3. You launch this, like you press the button and the thing like looks and its eyes just catch yours as this ray just emits from it.
A little wink.
And it is like harmonically balanced to like attack whatever this thing is made out of. Because you just hear no, and it just kind of like echoes back as this thing like dissolves in front of you and like melts into mist and then explodes, knocking you all down to the ground. And you are now out of initiative. So it just went completely down. You eviscerated this poor thing. So let's just remind me, I do need to make Big Bad's like really, really big bad, but he was just kind of fun, and we're running out of time anyway.
We
Normally I would have given like
what do you do
3
with
times as much health. But
3 19s in a row, though, man?
that was
Well,
awesome. I
Thorak
can't
rolled
even
an
be upset.
18, so it's like
I cannot even be upset.
That's how listen, and it's crazy, but that's how finales 9 times out of 10 go in Cypher System.
Yeah,
For some reason, you roll crappy all the way up until the end, and then next thing you know, the players are like,
and just blow everything up, and that was absolutely perfect. I can't even be mad. That was just absolutely fun to do.
that's so good.
But you were promised the secret to a good life, correct?
Oh yeah.
As this thing evaporates into mist, 2 rays of light beam down, and 2 figures kind of like come down out of it floating. One of them is the figure that you saw before, who has kind of like blonde, and you see that it's kind of like dirty blonde curly hair. And as they land, you see another one who is a little taller, a little bit more lanky, and he's kind of got like shoulder length black hair. And they just kind of look at you with these very happy looks. They say, "We promised you the secret to a good life, and here it is." And the one of them says, "Be excellent to each other." And the other one just looks at you and goes, "Party on, dudes!" And then they vanish. And that is the end of the adventure.
Great. Nice.
Just love with that too. Tharok is just covered in bug guts because he was right there.
That is the greatest thing. That was an absolute blast. That was so
Excellent.
cool. How much did we end up raising, Dave?
Total is $280.
Hey,
Awesome.
But that being
that is
said,
really good.
I
Thank
am
you so much.
I am going to say that the link will be available for a week. So
Oh,
Okay.
awesome.
We'll leave it up for a week,
We
and we'll
could
do the
easily get more.
the giveaways at the end. Yep. So, folks, please give generously to that. We'll leave the video up. Share it out with your friends. Let people know they can still donate to help us to raise money to help folks who have been affected by these hurricanes. And every entry of 20 or more will get you automatically entered into the giveaways, which we'll do at the end of the week. Right, Dave?
Sure.
And do me a favor.
Yes, Dean.
Don't make sure my name isn't on any of the giveaways because I own everything. There's not a
You're a
Cypher
little
System book.
Cypher obsessed, man.
Yeah,
It's
there's
okay.
not a Cypher System book I don't own.
Not a
That's
problem.
awesome.
It's already off. So
Thank
I
you
just,
so
I just
much.
want to make sure everybody has a fair shot at it. I think everybody should have Cypher. And for those of you out there that don't know, there is a SRD for Cypher, so you don't have to purchase a book right away. There's also a free rules primer at Monty Cook Games. So you can definitely hop on and grab that rules primer. It comes with pre-gens and an adventure. And like I said, you can always come over to Cypher Unlimited. We are always there. We are always having games being run all hours of the day, internationally, the whole nine. So please come on over and hang out with the Cypher Unlimited crew. We would love to have you. And this was a great, fun adventure. I don't often get to be on this side of the screen, so it was actually a great pleasure.
Thank you so much for playing. It was great.
yes.
A little scary having somebody who knows the system back of the hand. I'm like, I've done this 4 times. But man, it was great. It was so much fun. And thank you, Dave. Everybody say thank you to Dave for producing as he was doing all this and setting up. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
No problem.
Thank you, Dan, for playing. And thank you, Jordan, for going through your technical difficulties and making time for us, because I know your life is completely in an upheaval right now.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we
Thanks
can
for
give you
rolling
this
with the
good
dice with all
time.
those issues early on. That was a mess, but appreciate
Yep.
it.
Well, it was great to have you folks. Thank you for watching. I don't know how many people are still out there, but we had a blast having you here, and thank you so much. And keep these folks in your thoughts and your prayers, and do some good for them when opportunities arrive. So with that, happy playing, everybody, and have a good night.
Tight.
Be excellent.
Yeah.